Stampede University. I am dramatically coming in and out of the darkness to tell you a very scary story time for spooky season. This is about the time when I realized you cannot be nice to men. This is my plight. I am a kind person, and I also have an incredible eye for detail and design. If you have a nice vintage car, for example, I will let you know that it's a beautiful car. If you, for example, have on a nice sweater, I will let you know, I really like your sweater. I don't care if you're male or female. I will let you know. Does that mean I want to marry you? No. No. It just means I like your sweater. But apparently, you can't be nice to men. Now, I know a lot of you are going to be like, wow, Kelly, you didn't know this? No. I know a lot of things. I know the capital of every single state. 5, 6, 7, 8, Montgomery, Alabama, Juneau, Alaska, Phoenix, Arizona, and Little Rock, Arkansas, Sacramento, California, Denver, Colorado, Hartford, Connecticut, and Dover, Delaware. I can go on. I'm like an encyclopedia. You know, every time someone meets me, they're like, you know, you remind me of my cousin. I'm like, really? They go, yeah, she's on the spectrum, and we love her. I'm like, thanks. That is me. I know a lot about certain subjects because I hyperfixate and I get to the bottom of it. But class, I promise you wholeheartedly, I did not know that you can't be nice to men in a platonic manner. 26 to 27 are truly those years of realizing some things as a woman. And I think if you're in the right mind, you realize that a lot of these men are unhinged, but it's for a reason. It's because they never have really had the, I guess, foundation to talk about things like we do. You know, it's just, when they do let it out, they let it all out. And I'm like, whoa, keep that over there. You know, chill. They only really let out all that anger and frustration and whatever else that we're always feeling, that all of us are feeling throughout the year. They only let that out like one day out of the calendar year. They pick one day, and it's always just with a random woman on the worst time, like just like on a date or something, or you say the wrong thing. And I put 2 and 2 together, you know, because again, I'm a psychologist. I have my plaque, obviously. They just don't have the support that we do, okay? And it's actually really disturbing. So this video is to urge the male Stampede, seriously, to get help. Don't come to me, though. Do not put your problems on me. Do not trauma dump on random strangers. There is a time and there's a place to get out all your problems, and that is with a therapist. That's why you saw this coming. This video is sponsored by BetterHelp. BetterHelp connects you with a licensed therapist who is trained to listen and give you helpful, unbiased advice. And again, as I get older, some adults, male or female, have an issue of admitting when we're wrong. When we live in our ego, you will never fix anything. The first step is admitting that there's a problem, okay? And also, therapists may not be in your area. It might be too expensive. You might find online therapy more comfortable. With BetterHelp, you can have your therapy sessions on a phone call or video chat or even messaging if that's something that you prefer. What I like about BetterHelp is that you don't have to do it one way. You can do a video call, a phone call, or just message back and forth. Whatever makes you more comfortable, because again, this video is geared towards the male Stampede students. Whatever makes you comfortable. Like, let's start going to therapy, guys. Let's start going to therapy. Do whatever you need. Let's start getting pedicures. I've seen some of your feet. BetterHelp can match you to one of over 30,000 therapists in their network, which gives you an access to a wider range of expertise. To get started, you fill out a questionnaire to help assess your specific needs, and then you'll get matched with a therapist, usually within 48 hours or less. And I know a lot of my students are actual students in the real world at other places, so if you can't find a time, BetterHelp is very flexible. You can always just find a little spot for you and your therapist to talk. Also, if you and this therapist don't like each other for whatever reason, it is free and easy to switch. You don't have to worry about your insurance and all that jazz. Over 4 million people have used BetterHelp to start their happier and healthy life, including myself. And listen, male Stampede, if you can commit to the same football team for 15 years, you can commit to therapy. Just try it out. Go use the link betterhelp.com/stamps or just click the link in my description box, and that will get you 10% off your first month of BetterHelp so you can connect with a therapist. Also, clicking that link does support my channel, full disclosure, but I'm here to support you. All right, so it's actually getting weird. I'm gonna drive home. There are too many characters swarming around here. Good morning, class. It is the next day. We must continue the spooky season story time. By the way, full disclosure, I did laundry last night. I did laundry, okay? Say it loud, I'm an outfit repeater and I'm proud. I really do like this sweater. I got it on Poshmark, used, beautiful color, love a polo moment. Okay, anyway, back to the story. Before I begin, I would like to add that I might end up inserting some screenshots of text messages between us. There are women who go on TikTok and they post all these text messages from a guy who was pursuing them, claiming, you know, oh, he's so creepy and gross and desperate. Oh, he can't take a hint. They never once told them they weren't interested. They wanted the male validation. I can call out everybody, every gender, I don't care what you are. Some women do this, where they just like the thrill of random dudes' attention because it makes them feel good. Well, guess what? I don't need male validation. And I don't even need male friends. I need 3 men in my life, Father, Son, Holy Spirit. That's it. That's it. Like, what? Get out of here. So these are real, genuine screenshots of the point when I said, I am not interested. It's not going to work between you and I. Sorry, in the kindest way. Just so you know, keeping it real. So anyway, at one point I gave this man a compliment, genuine compliment, okay? Kept it moving. So he's also in the area, by the way. He's always in this plaza, I guess. And he saw me the next day, was just kind of staring me down, didn't say anything, okay? The third day, he finally approaches me. I'm walking by, he's like, hey. And he's always wearing sunglasses, by the way, so I can't actually see his face for the record. I don't know what he looks like, but I could tell from his facial structure and from his body that he's probably attractive, just saying. So he's like, hey. I'm like, and he's like, I saw you the other day. I'm like, yeah. He's like, you gave me a compliment. And I was like, yeah, that's me. He's like, what's your name? I said, Kelly. He's like, my name is insert name. Okay. And let's give him a name. Sam. Okay. Sam, Kelly, nice to meet you. Let's go out sometime. Now, I really appreciate when men can approach women and just ask them out, because it hardly ever happens these days. Everybody, not me, everybody's on these wretched dating apps, Unhinged, Hinge, Bumble, get ready to rumble because you're gonna fight with somebody, Tinder Swindler. Like, stay off those damn apps, because look, you have nothing in common except for the fact that you're both single. I rarely hear of genuine success stories from these apps, and I think they're all lies. Or you guys just aren't that picky and you're just settling for whatever. And that must be nice. It must be nice to not be picky. It must be nice to be completely agnostic, you know, in general in life. It must be nice to not have any tight, firm boundaries on whatever. That would be nice, but unfortunately, like me, you know, I prefer someone who is Christian, you know, I like Italian Catholic guys. I just do it to type, I'm just saying, whatever. I do, okay? And by the way, Catholic is Christian, for the record. Stampede School of Religion. So anyway, I have a type, and they need to have the same values. Those values are not in California, which is funny because I have my camera turned this way because I'm actually packing up to go back to my home in Texas. Although I might end up renting out the property and renting an apartment and whatever. I'm leaving, as you can see, because I'm planning my next life. You know, my next chapter of my life, which is being the domesticated queen I am deep down. Put me in the kitchen. Put me in the kitchen. Back to the story. So, as you can see, I know what I want, right? And as you get older, again, you figure out what you need. So this man texting me, you know, at this point, everything's fine. Just texting, whatever. Hey, how's your day? Cool, whatever. So he tells me his age. It somehow came up where he's like, oh, you know, I'm 20 and I feel like I'm a lot wiser than I am. And I'm like, wait, 20? But I guess he's about to turn 21 in a week. Oh, that's better. Okay, no, like, guys, in case you don't know, I am born in 1996. A lot has happened since then. Like, 20. Stuff starts to hurt at 26. I tore my shoulder somehow. You know what's funny? I was doing the dance called Super Shy by the New Jeans group, the K-pop group. I was like, I'm super shy, and I somehow tore my shoulder. It wasn't just from the choreography. I was moving stuff around. I didn't do what they teach you to do in kindergarten, which is like you bend properly to pick up. I tore my shoulder, and when I tell you, there is no greater pain. I don't know right now, but I don't think there's any greater pain than having a rotator cuff tear on top of being dislocated. Like, how did I do this? That's just on getting older. Things that he doesn't know yet. He doesn't know the pain of getting kicked off your parents' health insurance and having to pick your own and having to deal with customer service when they're trying to explain the plans to you and you're trying to understand. And I'm sitting here like, wow, the American healthcare system is a scam. He doesn't know that yet. He doesn't know a lot of things, and that's fine. He is a promising young man for someone else. So I told him, you know, you're too young for me. But I didn't say it like that, you're too young for me, block. Which I realized I should have done. But a genuine fear of a lot of women is that we fear this man coming after us, retaliating, and he's in the area, he's apparently always around, you know, so I'm gonna see him again, whether I want to or not. And I, you know, from my experience of having really creepy people come up to me and obsess over me in public and make things weird, I don't ever want to let someone make my experience weird again. I don't want to let someone ruin my coffee latte routine, you know, because it's like, as much rent as I pay for this ridiculously tiny room on the beach, you can't make me leave, you know? Like, someone was like, Kelly, you went to Montana. I'm like, no one can make me uncomfortable. You can't make me feel unwelcome anymore. And that is on getting older and having confidence and standing your ground. You can't make me do anything. So I figured, let him know it's not gonna work out, and I'm gonna continue getting my coffee in the mornings and just keep it cordial, right? So he said, oh, well, oh, that's a bummer, because when you said you're a Christian, so by the way, at some point I said something where he's like, I'd love to take you on a date sometime, when are you free? Before I knew about his age. And I said, oh, Sunday doesn't work because I go to this church and it's way in Orange County. He's like, you're Christian? Over text. I could tell over text that his little beady little eyes, which I've never seen yet, by the way, I don't know what he looks like. I could tell that over text when I said, oh, I go to church, and he goes, you're Christian? He fell in love with me. Now, here's the problem. If you are a Christian woman, or anything that just makes you slightly different in a city like Los Angeles, a Christian man will immediately try to scoop you up. Now, that can be good or bad. If this was a man of the correct age, this would have been perfect. Maybe I would have even stayed here. You know, we could have had a nice little life here, right? But because he's young, I'm his only option, he thinks. He's not even on my radar, right? Like, my options are over there. My man is in Florida. My man is in Texas. My man is probably not even, my man's probably in, like, what's the country? He's probably Lebanese. He's probably African. I'm like, Mr. Kelly Stamps, I promise you, is not here, okay? So I told him, I said, thank you so much, but you know, you're not Mr. Kelly Stamps because I'm just too old for you. Thank you though. Like I said, really, you're a sweet guy. I'm sure there's someone out there for you. Round 2. I thought that he would accept this because that's weird. It's weird to be interested in a woman who's 27. 27, like that, unless you're looking for like a, not like a sugar mama, because I'm not that rich, like a glucose guardian, like unless you're looking for like, I don't know what he could be looking for. I really don't know, because I'm just telling you, biologically, there's nothing that makes me attracted to a 20-year-old or college age guy. There's not. It's just as you get older, you naturally, if you're not, you know, mentally ill, you're naturally attracted to people your age. Now, men and women are different though. I am attracted to older men, and older men are attracted to younger women because that's biology. Okay, I'm not gonna sit here, don't argue with me. Argue with science. It's just the way it is. So anyway, I have a video titled, Stop Explaining Yourself to People, because I don't explain this. Like, you already know. And if you don't know, then that's your choice, whatever. So I told him I'm not interested because I'm too old for you. He took that as a challenge. I'm like, oh no. He sends me paragraphs about how he's different than 20 or how old he is, 21-year-olds. He's so different because he wants to start his own business. Not that he has, no, he wants to start his own business. He's different. He's had a lot he's dealt with in his life, okay? He let me know, which is sweet, that he wishes to take care of his parents one day. So he's telling me that he's different and mature because his priority is becoming a good Christian husband to somebody and having his Christian wife and his Christian family. And oh my goodness, what does God has to do with this right now? Jesus would be telling you, boy, leave her alone. He's just saying, I take care of my family. I do this. I'm like, oh, buddy. I said, oh, buddy. Like, that should hurt. That should let you know. Like, buddy, like, that's cute. I admire you. You are going to be a great husband to a woman who's born in 2000. Like, you're going to be great for someone who's born in 2002. Like, isn't that funny that some people are born in 2002? I'm like, that's sweet. Okay, again, I'm protecting myself because this man is big. Like, he's bigger. But first of all, can I just acknowledge the fact that this man is 20? I don't know what he's been eating, whether he's on, like, protein powder galore. He's huge, okay? Like, also, I mean, obviously a young person can be really tall, but he has, like, the body mass of someone who's, like, grown. I'm like, okay. I made it very clear, not interested. I'm too old for you. I said at some point in these text messages, we're just in different worlds right now. We are in a different, like, I'm in a different timeline than you, okay? That is all you need to say. He sends me voice notes. I'm not even gonna play them for you all because I still wanna give slight respect to this person. Well, you know, that's a bummer because I really think we could have had chemistry, and I just think that, you know, 27 and 20 is not that different, and I haven't met a nice Christian girl in a long time, and I never meet girls like you in LA, and it just makes me, that doesn't make me feel better, by the way. If you have to put down other women to be like, rise you up, like, I know myself, but I still love other women. Like, you don't have to pit me against, you know, he's like, there's all these OnlyFans kind of girls. I'm like, I put my foot out there. Like, if you gave me enough incentive, I'd put my foot out there too. I'm just saying, okay, I'm just kidding. But it's just this whole, like, you're different, you're so cool, I haven't met anyone like you, and, like, basically guilting me now at this point. And I'm like, okay, good night, I'll play these tomorrow. I did not play them. I did not, in fact, play them the next day. So the next day I'm at the plaza, and I'm like, well, he's probably not gonna bother me. So I'm in my car, and I'm doing my little errands, I'm doing my rounds to the plaza, getting the dry cleaning, doing this, and going to the market. And I see a figure from far away just looking at me like this. And I'm like, who is that man? Oh, it's him. Pretend like I can't see. So I'm like this. And I pick up my phone and I just start talking to it. I'm like, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, apples, oranges, palm tree. Yes, the beach. Yes, sunshine. Meep, meep. And I'm just talking like a sim. And I can't help because my eyes are huge. Like, I could see in the peripheral that he's just like this now. He's looking at me and he doesn't look happy. So then I'm like, just leave the plot. But again, what did I say? No man can make me uncomfortable. So I keep doing my rounds and I see him just looking at me from a distance. So then I get like a phone call and I'm like, don't check the phone. Don't check the phone. It could be him. It was in fact him. Okay, so I go to my car. I'm still pretending like I'm not seeing this there, but I know so I'm like, you know what, just get in the car. Get in the car. Get in the car. I look up. Now he's like in front of the car, but on the other side of the plaza. This man has crazy good vision, by the way. He's like an eagle, okay? He just sees me, he's like, there she is. So I'm sitting here and there's a text. Hey, haha, I just saw you at the plaza. What is the title of this video? I don't need male friends. I told him, men and women can't be friends. I can't be your friend. He's like, haha, that's cool. We'll just be friends. I thought he meant we'll just be cordial, but no, apparently he wanted me to acknowledge his existence, hang out, be in touch, basically somehow be in my life. So this pattern continues on for a little bit where I feel uncomfortable because I'm at the plaza. He's looking at me really hard, like upset because I'm not approaching him, talking to him. I don't want to. I naturally don't have anything in common with a young man that young. Now at one point, because again, I've never seen his face, because at one point I thought that he was old enough and I would have given it a chance. So the story comes to a climax here and then it goes down. So one day I go to the plaza, I go in, get my coffee, I sit down. He's not here. Oh my goodness, he's not here. The shackles off my feet so I can dance. He's not here. He's not here. I can enjoy myself. I'm like, this is so sad, but he's like this cloud of just sadness and desperation. And poor me, like I just wanted to get a coffee. So I'm like, you know what, let me go back in. So I get a coffee, another one and then I go get a snack box, oatmeal, I get the whole, I'm like, I'm gonna enjoy my day. This is my day off from editing. I'm gonna enjoy my day. Open up a snack box, I look up, there he is. He's like this. And this is when it got weird, because he usually does it from a distance, where he sees me, I pretend like I don't see him, I just ignore my phone, I see you, like whatever. This time, he wanted me to see him, because now there's no excuse. I can't be like, oh, I didn't see you. Like, I can't even play it cool now. He wants to have a confrontation. So he's standing there right in front of me. Not like right here, but like a few yards. He's like from here to that basket. That's not a few yards, but whatever. So then I get up, I'm like, I don't want to deal with this, because while I can stand my own ground, this man is creepy. He's like, it's just weird. It's weird. Like, he may not be mentally right. And again, me being a nice person, I assume that most people probably aren't crazy. And I realize being in LA, I have to assume the opposite, actually. Because to him, he's like, I'm going to make her love me. So I get up, I turn around, I'm like, let me just go to my car and just drive home. There's a man right in front of me, approaching me. And we make eye contact, and I'm like, do you see that man behind me? He's like, yeah, why? I said, he's really creepy. Sit down and pretend to be my boyfriend for like 5 minutes. He's like, okay, bet. So then now we have this hilarious encounter. Wouldn't it have been nice when we hadn't fallen in love? That would be really funny right there. But we meet, we have this really funny conversation. I'm telling him the story. He's like, you really thought that you could just be acquaintances? He's like, yeah, no, you can't. And he explained that, he has a girlfriend, just for the record, he's a girlfriend. He wasn't being creepy or anything, but he's like, I understand what you're going through right now. And he's like, I didn't know how bad it was. So he's like, I'll stay here as long as you need. If you need to walk into your car, like. Okay, Stephanie, this is an update. So he's still there. Look, he's looking right at me. He looked right at me. This is Sean. Hello. He's a resident of Marina Del Rey. I know. He's coming over. Let me pretend like I'm taking a TikTok. He gets it. I'm just so glad, because again, like, this young man ruined my viewpoint on men for like a solid 48 hours, but then I met someone normal and respectful, just being a protective individual to anybody, like you're supposed to, just being protective of women in general. Happy ending. So I did make some new connections out of it, okay? His girlfriend's a nurse, lives in Marina Del Rey, whatever. So the point is, we all might all get together one day. But the fact that I had to hire an actor, the fact that I had to get a background actor, just shows that this LA world is nothing but a simulation. It is nothing but a sitcom of nonsense. The people here are not okay. And I'm out. I'm out. Please tell me your stories in the comment section of the time that you thought you could just let somebody down easy and it went so south. Goodbye, class.